So here's something that hasn't happened on this channel before, and I think the best way to tell you about it is to meet somebody. Let's go. In this video, I want to share 3 new editing tips, courtesy of someone else. Not her. And we want you to apply these tips to a very specific challenge. So I hope you're excited to do some editing this summer. Let me drop a couple of hints here. I'm about to meet somebody to do a collaboration. We're going to do something together that involves you, and it has to do with editing. How's it going? This is Chris. He's got a filmmaking channel with over 250,000 subscribers.
Hey, what's up guys? Christian here for Chris Car. Welcome to the first episode of our lighting workshop.
He's just a wee bit younger than me, but he's been on YouTube for a lot longer.
Let's explore everything you need to know to edit your awesome videos.
And making it all sound great, big, and professional.
3, 2, 1.
By the time you're watching this video, we're about to launch. Or wait, is this the video where we launch? Or?
This is the pre-announcement video, and there's going to be some amazing prizes. Chris and I have been working on this idea for weeks.
We've gone through a journey.
We wanted to do something that really challenges you to edit yourself.
That got me really excited because it just kind of took it to like a whole other level.
So we have 2 very different scenes. One is more dialogue and drama driven.
Shit, you're good at this.
The other one is more about movement and emotion in that movement. You can pick either or, and then you can make the best edit that you can. And then from there, we're gonna review these edits and pick some winners.
So we came up with a slate of prizes that we think are really, really cool. We're gonna talk about that in the upcoming video. Also, there's actually 2 videos. One is gonna be on my channel. That's the one that you're watching right now. And there's gonna be another video that's gonna be on your channel. There might be some snippets in there. In each one of them, we're sharing 3 editing tips. I'm gonna ask you now, what are some of the things that you've learned over the course of your career?
Yeah, I have a list. There are 2 sides to any person. Okay, let's not get into that. The first one, I wrote, catch the momentum even if imperfectly. And I think this can apply to when you're shooting or when you're editing. You know, maybe the lighting in a certain area of your shot isn't perfect, but you're really catching the momentum of the actor getting into the zone, and you just need to shoot. Don't hold that moment off just because of some technicality. Just jump right into it.
Set. Action.
And I think the same kind of thing can apply to editing. If there's a minor continuity error, but the emotion is there, sometimes it's a balance that you have to juggle and really make that call.
Oftentimes I use a take that has something that's not quite planned. It's almost a mistake.
What's that? What's that?
Where something happens that's surprising in the moment, and oftentimes the actors then react to be in the moment, to manage the moment. And I find in the editing that's often an opportunity to use that building block to tell a story that feels more authentic.
So this is kind of a spin-off or a workaround on the idea of show, don't tell. And what I have here is don't show and don't tell. Sometimes, especially in blockbuster movies that you go see with your friends, a lot of information is spoon-fed to you, and we're all kind of now getting familiar with exposition through dialogue. We're all very familiar with that because it's done so much.
How many times have you told me that story? The date carved beneath 6, 10, and 21.
It's kind of a way of dumbing down movies and saying, hey, this is what's going on, or remember this guy, he's doing this and that's his purpose in the scene. Sometimes you don't want to show anything at all. Whenever you withhold any information from your audience and you let them almost, you're inviting them to be part of the creative process of telling that story, where now they're filling in little bits and pieces with their own experience, their own lives, and I think that makes something feel a lot more engaging on a personal level with your audience.
Where's the orphanage?
You wanna go for a ride?
Where's the orphanage?
Creating subtext is like one of the most organic things of editing and one of the hardest things to achieve.
Well, here we are. Buckle up.
Maybe you're just hearing the sounds and you're staying on a close-up, and again your audience comes in and they almost apply an Oscar-worthy performance to the person in their own head just from hearing the sound and just from staying on the emotion and face.
Then you make it about the other person, where then the audience will feel the same thing.
Okay, next step is going to be really quick. You're kind of conditioned into thinking that you can start with a wide shot and you have to establish your scene that way. Well, sometimes you can even add interest, mystery, or you can really intrigue your audience by starting with a close-up instead, where you're kind of starting off on a certain detail and then you letting the audience imagine what's beyond this close-up, what's our environment, what's going on around this one element. And then once you cut to a wider shot, that can be a more interesting way of establishing a scene.
Yeah, it's also important that you break that rhythm and you like surprise the audience, because as soon as you have a certain pattern, like the brain will like recognize that pattern and then expect it. And when it's expecting it, it starts to get a little bored.
Why?
So Chris, how many years have you been cutting, you think?
Maybe when I was 10, I had something called Video Studio 3 or something like that. And I thought it was the best program ever until a DJ, actually, this is like a weird story. A DJ told me that I should edit in After Effects because that is the best program out there. It's such a painful thing to do, don't ever do it. And then I switched to Premiere about like 7 years ago.
7 years.
Yeah.
And now being a YouTuber means you're basically cutting almost every day, right?
That's all I do. That's my life.
Are you feeling trapped by your budget limitations, and is your cinematography suffering because of it? Do you get it? Do you see what I did there? Because I'm in a jail and...
What would be like 3 videos that you would recommend they should check out on your channel?
We did a lighting workshop, but we also have some stuff in post, such as sound design or adding momentum. I've covered a lot of technical side of editing, and now when we've collaborated, we decided to talk more about the ideas and kind of how you can get the emotion out of a cut and that sort of thing.
And I want to talk just a little bit more about how we're going to do this. You'll get the scenes, there'll be a link eventually. It'll take you to the Collective, which is a platform where you can get the footage and you can also then submit your scene, and then everybody can see it and they can vote on it. And I think what's the best part is we don't really know who you are when we see the scenes, so when we get to judge them, that there's no bias in any way. So check out the Collective. It's really meant to be a platform where artists and aspiring artists get help that you can act on and turn around and create something yourself.
Yeah, we can't wait to see what you guys will do with this.
Well, I'm coming out into the light.
Well, thank you for having me on your channel. And if you guys want to watch some more stuff from my channel, or really both of our channels, and really dive deeper into editing, we've set up a playlist with some of our favorite videos that talk about some interesting ideas when it comes to editing, emotion, creating momentum, and that sort of thing.
Check out the second part of this video where I share some of the tips, and then we'll come back in a few days and launch the competition.